Hello students, you are welcome to Gyan Niketan online channels. My name is Nagendra Sharma. I am going to start the chapter describing motion in physics of class 9. In this chapter we will discuss about the basic concepts of the motion and rest. So a body is said to be in motion if its position changes with respect to surrounding and time. Here one examples I have given. So the positions of an insect changes with respect to time. So suppose that at t is equal to 0, this is the first position of the insect, and after time t it covers some distance and its position changes with respect to the walls of the room. So if a body changes its position with respect to surrounding and time, is called body is in motion. So a body is said to be in motion if its position changes with respect to surrounding and time. As for examples, passengers sitting in a moving train are in motion with respect to outer surroundings. So outer surrounding means trees, platforms. So the positions of the passengers changes with respect to the outer surroundings. Second example is India Gate will be in motion with respect to a person moving towards it. Suppose a person is moving towards India Gate, then the position between the India Gate and the person is going to change with respect to the time. So we can say that India Gate is in motion with respect to a person moving towards it. Now second concept is rest. So a body is said to be at rest. Now rest. So a body is said to be at rest if its position doesn't change. If its position does not change with respect to surrounding and time. Here a book is placed on the table and it remains at rest with respect to the walls of the rooms, walls, ceilings and floors of the room. Its position doesn't change, and we can say that book is at rest with respect to the room or with respect to the walls of the room. So we can say that passengers sitting in a moving train are at rest with respect to the compartment. With respect to the compartment. So with respect to the compartment, the passengers are at rest and its position doesn't change. So we can say that passengers sitting in a moving train are at rest with respect to the compartment or with respect to the other passengers. Second, we can say that second example is a book kept on table in a room remains at rest with respect to the walls, ceilings and floor of the room. So if a body doesn't change its position with respect to surrounding and time, then we can say that body is at rest. So motion and rest both are relative terms, not absolute terms, because at the same time a body is at rest with respect to one thing and it can be in motion with respect to the other things. So we can say that motion and rest both are relative terms. Motion and rest both are relative terms. Relative terms, not absolute terms. Not absolute terms. Because at the same time, a body can be in motion with respect to one reference point, and it can be at rest with respect to another reference point, with respect to another reference point. So we can say that motion and rest both are relative terms. As for examples, passengers sitting in a moving train are in motion with respect to the outer surroundings, but passengers are at rest with respect to each other or with respect to the compartment. So we can say that motion and rest both are relative terms, not absolute terms. Now, after discussing motion and rest, we will discuss about the basic concepts of the distance and displacement. So, distance is the total length of the path traveled by a body in certain time. So, I am going to discuss about the basic concept of the distance. So, distance is the total length. Distance is the total length of the path. Total length of the path traveled by a body in certain time. So distance cannot be negative or zero. Distance cannot be negative or zero. It is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude, not directions. And it can be, the SI unit of distance is meter. The SI unit of distance is meter. It depends on the shape of the path. It depends on the shape of the path. So distance is the total length of the path traveled by a body in certain time. It cannot be negative or zero. It is a scalar quantity. The SI unit of distance is meter, or it depends on the shape of the path. Now displacement. Displacement. It is the shortest distance traveled by a body. It is the shortest distance between initial and final position of a moving body. It can be negative or zero. It doesn't depend on the shape of the path. It can be negative or zero. It depends. It cannot depend on the shape of the path. It is a vector quantity. Its SI unit is meter. So we know that distance, here one note here, distance can be equal to displacement on a straight path. Second is distance by displacement is greater than or equal to zero, because distance is greater than displacement, but in only one case distance is equal to the displacement when body is moving on a straight path. In general concept, we keep in mind distance by displacement is greater than or equal to 1. And third, displacement by distance less than or equal to 1. Displacement by distance less than or equal to 1, and distance by displacement is greater than equal to 1. So in only one case the distance is equal to the displacement when body is moving on a straight path. Now one question related to distance. Question is here that, so find the distance and displacement when a body completes one revolution on a circular path of radius r. Here a body completes one revolution on a time. So now in next class we will discuss the more numericals about distance and displacement. So here we will discuss distance is equal to 2 pi r and displacement is equal to 0. So thank you. We will meet in the next video again. Thank you.